Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to day 5 of the FTX Crypto Cup. This is your host Sagar Shah and very sorry for the delay. In fact, I've been on time throughout this event. I don't know today. There was no food in the house and I had to run to get some food and I haven't eaten much since morning. So apologies for that. And I'm here now and we're going to watch an epic we are going to watch epic match between Pragnananda and Quang Liem. And Quang Liem, look at his time, 15 minutes on the clock. And Pragnananda has only 13 minutes. Gukesh is playing. अरे अभी खाना सब लेके आया हो दोस्तों. ऑन स्ट्रीम आई विल ईट अ बिट. सॉरी सब ऊपर नीचे हो गया. ऑल प्लान्स not a good planner. d4 d5 c4 and we had the queen's gambit accepted. e3 e4 e5 knight f3 bishop b4 check bishop d2 okay takes knight takes e takes d4 bishop takes c4. Okay, black is a pawn up but white has very good development. You can see his pieces are nicely positioned. Now here he played the move knight c6. Let's hope that Gukesh will fight back, guys. He's playing a very tough opponent, Mikhail Kobalia, and I think Kobalia had also beaten him in the last round of World Rapid, if I'm not mistaken. Queen f6 played by Pragg. I think it was his prep. b4 by Liem. He's saying to Pragg, take this pawn, be my guest, but then I will run over you. Let's say like this. I will push this, and after f takes e6, I will give you a check, knight c6, bring my knight in, attack here. It's going to be horrible for you this way. So Pragg is like, okay, Liem, I know right now I should not be greedy for pawns. What I should do is I should cement my position. So he played knight g7, b5, knight a5, okay, attacking the bishop. Now bishop went back to d3. Pragg castled. Pragg is like, whew, castle ho gaya, pawn up hai, must position, nice one. e5, moves his queen over to b6, and now rook e1. So you would love to put your knight here, but the knight on a5 is protecting that square. So all is good for Pragg now. h6 played because at some point, guys, there could be bishop h7, knight g5 business coming in with queen h5. So Pragg said, let me play h6 first of all. Rook c1 played, and now Pragg plays a beautiful move here, c5. And he says to Liem, my dear friend, I have connected my pawns in the center. Yes, you might have squares for your pieces. Yes, your bishop is looking very nicely here. Yes, your rooks are well placed, but I'm a pawn up. Don't ever forget that. And if you were to take this way, then I will bring back my knight. I will bring out my bishop. I'll take my queen back in case you attack it. If you want to attack it, I'll get it back and I will have a fine position. So right now, after c5, Pragg is thinking, okay, we'll also look at Gukesh's game later. And yeah, it is actually, when I saw his game today, before the round began, like actually his round had just began, I was very hopeful because he had got the kind of position he likes. But it seems like Kobalia, who's a very experienced grandmaster, got the better of him. अब देखेंगे आज, is it going to be a tough day for Indians, or is Pragnananda going to continue his amazing form in the tournament? Pragnananda has played an amazing event until now, guys. I think all of you here who are watching this are aware of what he has achieved. He is currently in the lead in this event along with Magnus Carlsen with 12 out of 12. In case you haven't been following, here's the standings for you. These are the players, but these are the standings. Magnus Carlsen on 12 out of 12, Pragnananda on 12 out of 12. Then we have Alireza Firuza on 8, Levon Aronian on 5, 5 points, Duda on 4, Giri on 4, Liem on 3. So it's not been a good event for Le Quang Liem, and Hans Niemann is on 0 points. So here we have both the players thinking about what to do. Let's go back to our board. Guys, Gukesh का जो फॉर्म था ना, and also प्रज्ञानंदा का जो फॉर्म है, of course, you know, they are bound to lose game here and there. So it is not going to be all victories always. In fact, when we looked at Alireza Firuza, the way he played the Grand Swiss and the way he reached 2800, everyone was like he will be the favorite in the candidates. But in the candidates, he faced a tough time. So always there is a spurt of a player going ahead. Then there is a period of, you know, but so that's how it is. And I think we were all hoping that this period doesn't come and Gukesh keeps winning and winning and winning and reaches 2750 here. But it happens. It happens. So we need to just look at his game, see what went wrong. He will do the same for himself and learn from it. Is my sound very loud? Okay. Sachin says sports is more fun when results go either ways. If one keeps winning and losing infinitely, then it is no fun. That is true. That is true. Okay, so c5, and look at what Le Quang Liem has played. Liem, you know, guys, if this position is given to me right off the bat and asked what is the evaluation, I would feel that white should have practically really good chances. Why? Because the king is slightly exposed here. There are no pieces around it. And this is what makes me feel a bit scared. Although I did tell you the virtues of black's position, for now, what Le Quang Liem has done is that he has attacked the pawn on c5. And I think Pragg has only one move in this position, which he will play. What is that move, guys? Come on. What is the move for black? Guys, I will also eat a bit now because already 10 bajne aaye hai. You know, there's a very famous cow gully in Ghatkopar. So I got two of my favorite things from there: grilled sandwich, and the other one I'll show you later as we go on. So he's attacking the pawn on c5. What's the move? Let me see. What is it that you guys have come up with? Ooh, chat. Super strong chat. Chat is like, देखो, pawn mila hai. It's good we are a pawn up. Let's give it back. Right now, we will play c4 and we will give back the pawn so that if he takes, I will take here and I will be able to then, at this point, exchange one of his powerful bishops. So all those who said this move, c4, Beloglavi Soup, Amritanshu, Praveen, Kavan, Ranjit, Swadesh, Nikhil, Priyesh, Rakshit, Siddhant. Well done, guys. Excellent job. And this is exactly what Pragg has done. यश शर्मा से सागर भाई खिचड़ी खा रहा हूँ. अरे यश, क्या कर रहे हो? नहीं, but it's good. It's good. Eat khichdi. It's very good for your health. So rook takes c4. And now, if we take this pawn, then the knight comes here, attacking the queen. And let's say we go here, then rook takes d4, queen takes a2. And you know, Pragg, even though he will be a pawn up, somehow white pieces are very centralized. So Pragg has to remain careful in this position. Okay, let's also get the other players on the board. Today is a very interesting match between Levon Aronian, who's come in a very nice red jacket, with our the person whom we all adore, Anish Giri, and we have the world champion Magnus Carlsen taking on Jan Sistov Duda. That's also going to be a very, very exciting game. So Magnus right now slightly worse against Duda. These are weak pawns here, and I think Duda is sort of pressing. And Anish Giri in this position against Levon also seems to be in slightly inferior position. You can see how nicely white pieces are there. Although Anish has the bishop pair, he has to tread carefully here. Going back to the game of Pragnananda. Guys, आज का subscriber aim is to reach 995k. थोड़ा ट्राई करते हैं 995k करके. Tomorrow if we can push it, and day after we have 3 more days, if we can reach 1 million, that would be great. What do you think is Pragg thinking here? Actually, Pragg's best move here, very surprisingly, is a6, which is very tough to play. The point is, if you take, he wants to take with the rook and attack the pawn on a2. But Pragg goes for the most sort of natural move, bishop to g4, pinning here. And Quang Liem instantly goes knight d6. He puts his knight on a very good square. And this knight is an absolute monster. So you have to be careful here. But if you think about it, a better move would have been rook d4. And even though Pragg was threatening this when you can't take with the queen because the rook would hang, g takes f3. And maybe here white is doing better. But after knight d6, Pragg goes a6, okay? He plays his pawn up to a6 and he asks Liem, do you want to take it? Then I'll take with my rook and activate down to the a pawn. Levon's outfit is fab. In fact, Levon's outfit fits in with the vibe of the place. Also today, very interesting match is Hans Niemann versus Firuza. That is going to be very nice. By the way, guys, all of you have been saying chess speaks for itself, speaks for itself. I actually listened to the interview yesterday and I understood why you guys constantly keep on saying that. I hadn't seen it before. So Liem is a bit confused right now because you really don't want to spoil your structure like this. On the other hand, he cannot take with the knight because his queen would hang. And if he trades the queens here, let's say queen takes, knight takes, then after ab5, the rook is already attacking here. Oh, this has happened. Guys, यही position आ गया है. He took queen d4, knight d4, ab5. And now Pragg has pressure down here. Now Quang Liem is thinking, should I take with the knight? Should I take with this knight? Or he can even go in here. I think what's going to happen is Pragg might lose this pawn. Pragg might take this pawn, but might lose both of these pawns here. So let's say if I take here, you take, no, you can't take this, by the way, bishop is hanging. So I attack your rook. You come in here, your knight is hanging. So you attack the rook. Rook takes b7 and rook takes a2. And we'll reach this position where it is 4 versus 3. And it looks like white is pressing. But I think Pragg has good enough play. For example, he can double the rooks. He can exchange one pair of rooks. His knight is active. His bishop is good. This pawn is well defended. So all in all, it looks pretty good for Pragg here. कल्पक तोले से सागर भाई वो रोलर कोस्टर आइसक्रीम बहुत कॉस्टली है. I never tried it, Kalpak. I just was like, जो अच्छा लगता है. But guys, whenever you come to Ghatkopar, please visit the Khao Gali. It's called an eating lane. Very nice food. Rook c7 played. Now attacking the knight and the b7 pawn. What is it that you should defend now? Of course, your knight, but how? I was wondering if you can go knight c6, offer a trade of knights. The other move is knight d5 here. Knight c8, Darsh, also possible. But you know, here the problem is that he might not even take your knight here. And when you will take it, he'll get a strong passer. And also, like, let's say h3, suddenly the bishop does not have very good squares to go to. That's also a problem. So I would say that maybe that's not a good idea to play passively. So he goes knight c6. Now he takes on b5. Let's go rook takes a2 now. So Liem attacks the bishop. By the way, guys, I apologize for eating on stream. I would have loved not to eat it, but somehow things messed up the time schedule today and I wasn't able to finish my dinner, so I got here. I hope it is okay. If there's some small sound or something, please bear with me. And I am sorry for that. Sun Tzu says a parallel question. What is the reason that even though physically present at the same venue and not playing OTV, and why online chess under the surveillance doesn't get you ELO points? Don't you think Pragg would have been 2700 plus in that case? So first of all, first question, Sun Tzu, is that chess is OTB, and also as an esports they want to promote it. So this format looks more like an esports, like all these games which are there, like Dota or I guess BGMI or PUBG and so on. So that is the kind of, because gaming is growing and that is the feel that they want to give. So that could be the reason. And regarding online chess getting rating, first of all, this is rapid. So it wouldn't have impacted classical ratings in any case. But I think it's an interesting thing that if it is all under the surveillance of FIDE arbiters and so on, they could think about, giving rating points. And I guess that will happen in the future. Something of that sort may happen. For now, it doesn't exist, but it's a good suggestion. Robin Jungu says chess commentary is greater than any commentary. It is exhausting, but you love chess and it shows. Jai Hind. Thank you. Yeah, League of Legends and so on. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Suraj Khot, for your super chat. By the way, I like the move that Pragg played. Pragg is like, देखो मेरा rook कुछ नहीं कर रहा, it's doing nothing on f8. While his rook is super active, it's attacking my knight. So instead of moving my knight, let me go and exchange the pair of rooks. And that was a good idea. And after knight d6, now he will take and knight takes. Now, for now, Quang Liem is a pawn up, but it seems not enough to win. Okay, he's attacking here and it will spoil the structure. Very nice move. See, बहुत ही बढ़िया मूव खेला. White would want to move his rook and attack the knight, but the knight is attacking the pawn. So in order to defend this pawn, he wants to play f4 so that the rook का responsibilities are gone. Rook is like, यार कब तक मैं इसको बचाते रहूं? Till what time will I save the pawn? He says to f2, go buddy, do this job so that I can, live my life freely. Pawn on g5 says, sorry, you cannot come here so soon. And if g3, then bishop takes h3 is hanging. So Akshat has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Akshat, for gifting 5 memberships. That's very kind of you. Chat is like claim. अरे यार, ये मैं भूल ही जाता हूँ कि लोग क्लेम करने लगे. Anish Giri now has a nice position against Levon. Very complicated, but a good one. And Magnus versus Duda. Wow. Duda is just putting Magnus under immense pressure. Okay, he's attacking this pawn. But let's say knight g5. See, here it's written who got the membership. Noise got it. Kenil Vora got it. Rohit Haridas got it. Vaibhav Chauhan got it. So, thank you. I don't know if they all wrote claim or not. Oh, he takes this pawn, which is not a good idea. He had to play knight to g5, preventing this. And then this is a weakness. So, I don't know why he took here. Maybe now let's say this. His idea would have been this one. And here, he missed rook takes f2. Ooh, Magnus Carlsen finds this amazing move. That is why Magnus is a beast. What? If you take here, king takes. But Magnus will hold this now. Take, king takes. The problem is if you give this and go back, then there is bishop b5 and f7 hangs. So what he has to play now is knight f6, and after h4 he must play check. Let's say king e1, rook f8, and now he's very solid. Everything is defended, all knights are defending each other, and it's really good. Akshat, sorry, didn't mean to start claim train commentary OP. Thank you, Akshat, but very kind of you. It's okay. I mean, it takes a couple of minutes for people to write claim, but otherwise all of this money will be used for Indian chess. So thank you so much for that. Devargya says, is there any good chess calendar where it shows when a big small tournament will be held. By the way, very proud of your contribution to chess. Devargya, there is chessbase.in/calendar. You can find all the tournaments there from all across the world. We update it regularly. Shahid Ahmed, who is working tirelessly on it, updates it. So please do check it out. Jack Murphy, Sagar sir, any update on whereabouts of Vidit? Did you speak to him? I'm sure he's working on his chess, and but I don't know the next tournament. Maybe I'll write to him of where he is. So now knight c4, and okay, even though Pragg is a pawn down, he can create pressure. Rook c2, king f7, king g6, king f5. It's looking good for Pragg. At least for a draw. Magnus finds all the best moves. What a guy. You give him one chance and he takes it. That's why it's very difficult to beat Magnus. Huh? All those who beat Magnus, very tough. Like he had a winning position, like a better position here. He took here. Magnus found one accurate move, then second accurate move, then third, then fourth, and I mean another 2-3 moves and he will be able to hold it. The completely minus position. King g7. Shazmanu says, why not rook f1 and then knight g5? Very good question, Shazmanu. Here, instead of when knight g5, if rook f1, king f1, knight g5, then d7 would hang. That's the problem. So now Quang Liem goes rook d1 and he's going to come in here. We must attack this. But can we attack from c2 or a4? If we go to c2, knight e3, attacking the rook. Let's say rook c5. Now attacking here. Check. King here. Pragg, of course, finds the best move. He attacks the knight in a way where it cannot settle and attack it back. So now in order to attack him, like knight b6, be rook d4 or rook b4, and that should be good. Guys, all those who... Oh, by the way, what did he do? Rook c1. And look at Pragg, yeah? Tricky. So Pragg is saying, "Bhai, aa raha hu main." Fork. Nice fork incoming, guys, there. So Quang Liem instantly moves his king away. Now, hey, can he keep attacking? Like knight e2, rook c2, knight d4, rook c3. Yeah, he does it. Knight e2. Sachin says, how is Amruta taking a break after tiring Olympiad? I don't think she's taking a break or anything. She's at her mother's and her parents' place in Pune. And she's working from there. And yeah, we decided to just do this, whereby she would be there for a few days. Maybe she'll come back very soon. Maybe. Maybe not, definitely she'll come back. Knight f4 now. Tanish Lad says, here is the daily dose of my question. Arrival of new books. Array, books are here. I think we have listed it. Books are, I think, was going to come today or tomorrow. So within 2 days, you will get it. Ashwin Padmanabhan, thank you so much for your super chat. Pragg has now 2 minutes 43 seconds. You know, guys, ऐसे positions में generally I would be very scared for any player. But with Pragg, sometimes you feel like, you know, he will figure a way out to draw. He's so good. Like one way would be knight g6, keeping pressure here, and then rook a5, putting pressure from there. h5, h4 for Pragg looks good, says Sachin, maybe. But I'm a bit worried about the g5 weakness. By the way, Anish Giri should be around equal, because although he has an outside passer, okay, Levon has to be a little bit careful. Look at Levon's time always. He plays so fast. And now, ooh, Magnus makes an error. What happened? So here, after king e2, he went knight d5, rook d7. He went rook c8, good move. h4, rook c2, good move. King d3. Rook. Oh, he went for knight b4. He had to. Rami Reddy, thank you so much for your super chat. King e2, rook c2, king d3, and this could have been a draw. But instead, he went knight b4, check, Magnus, king e3, check, and king f4. And Duda finds, you know, just when I was saying Magnus doesn't make an error, but this time he has. And it seems like now the black king is in trouble. Knight has to move, rook takes f7. Knight f3, and then bishop g2. Because if you take here, then guys, can you find the finishing move? It's a pretty mate. Yep, knight d5 check, king e4, and now knight d5 was found by Vignesh, Mahish, Rohan, Madhesh, Abhinav, Varin, Shaibi, Beloglavi, and Nitu Anand. But now, guys, I'm going to show you something which is my favorite here, and you are all going to try it at some point maybe. So do you see it? So it's called papad with some so it has qualities of bhel because it has a lot of vegetables and all, but it also has this khichia papad at the base. So this is my favorite, and this is the last thing that I'll eat. So I love bhel a lot, but then I realized that this is even better. Checkmate. Rook e3 is a mate, and that right answer has been given by so many of you. Fantastic job by Abhigyan, Vinod, World of Wit, Aditya, Shaibi, Sahil, Vignesh, Abhinav, Varin, and Ishan Garg. Tremendous. Okay, going back to the game of Pragnananda. He's drawn already. Arey, Pragnananda draw. कैसे ड्रॉ गया इतना जल्दी? Like he went knight f4, knight d6, knight d3, rook e2, rook a5, g3, rook e5. अच्छा, they just drew. बढ़िया. क्या he was under some pressure, but Pragg held it beautifully. Beautifully. Sagar bhai, could you please explain if donated amount goes to Pragg or any other talented person? How much is the target amount? Rajesh, it will go to another player, not to Pragg. Pragg, of course, it will be helping us to give that amount to a talented player. So it won't go to Pragg because, of course, Pragg right now as of this point is not someone who he's supported well by sponsors. So it is FTX Pragg scholarship for someone else who is in need of funds, who is young, talented, who can become a future like Pragg or these top players. नहीं Kakashi, it's not masala papad. नहीं. Don't mistake it. Oh, by the way, Duda has won. Duda beat Magnus Carlsen. Arey, wow. Check दिया. Mara, King G7. He wanted to checkmate him. Like this. पर ये तो हिल ही नहीं रहा है. तो पिन है. अच्छा. Maybe he wanted to checkmate him with Rook F5. Because here, King H6 was possible. So he came up. Bishop H3, stopping it. You cannot take this because of this. And attacking here and the rook hangs. So let's go to Anish Giri versus Levon. People are guessing names. Masala papad, papdi chaat. It is not papdi chaat, dosto. Not even masala. It's different. You have to eat it. Pizza papad. Oh, nice. Papad chaat. Bhel papad is good, huh? Hell King for your upgraded membership to Pillar of Indian Chess. अरे thank you so much Hell King. मतलब भेल का जो पूरा फील है वो बेस पापड़ का है. Very rare to find this. I have not found it anywhere. Guys, best way to invent something is to mix two already successful things. ऐसा कुछ किया ना खाने में मजा ही आ जाए. Like bhel is already very famous and so was papad. They mixed it. Then there are many such well-known combinations. Mrityunjay is here. Hello, Mrityunjay. Hey, Sagar, great to be watching the Meltwater series again. Anish looking sharp today. Do you think he's had some fresh tea? Oh, Mrityunjay. By the way, Mrityunjay gifted Anish his famous tea after the Chessbase India Originals. When we flew to Chennai, he gave him his Chota Tingrai tea. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. And Anish actually loved the aroma of it. I have to ask him, Mrityunjay, if he liked it or not. I mean, did he try it? It could be that he's carrying. अभियान सिंह सागर भाई वो वाली बॉटल का लेवल दिखाओ. ठीक है. Guys, this is a gift that is given to me. So this is not going to be used. It's just it's like a chess wine kind of a thing. See? Still there. So this was gifted to me by Avetic Gregorian, who is my very good friend from Armenia, and so it won't be used unless someone comes home and who is really interested to have it. I'm not at all interested. Okay, it looks like Anish will hold this. I mean, Levon will hold this. In the break, we will also look at Gukesh's game. We have been making it a kind of a ritual to look at his games. So I don't think a loss should change it. We can look at it and learn from it. Let me update the scores. Draw. Neiman Firuja also drew. That's going to be a cracker of a match today. Neiman versus Firuja. Duda versus Carlsen. Duda won. Amazing. Aronian Giri most likely draw. I'm going to call it before it's even ended. We'll see. Draw. So before the next round begins, but दोस्तों ये जो what I'm eating right now, ये घर पे पैक करके लाने में कोई मजा ही नहीं है. It's not at all good. You have to eat it at the venue, at the place, क्योंकि इधर soggy हो गया है पूरा. You see, something is your favorite, but it is very dependent on where it is. So you cannot be sure. Okay, let's check this game of Gukesh. I was just actually making a video today. Haven't been able to complete it, but we'll do it later. Ayushman says, VD Bhai playing chess 960. Oh, 960 Arena Lee Chess. Can we watch? Acha, Vidit is playing. Let's look at this game and then also Vidit's game. So Gukesh is black against Mikhail Kobalia. Does anyone remember who is a famous student of Kobalia? Anyone? No one's found it. Someone would know it. Who is the student? Ashwani Anand. He's been number one since, if I'm not wrong, since 35 years at least. Volodar Murzin. I don't know if anyone said it, but okay. Let's look at this game. E4, C5, G6, take. Gukesh goes back to his taking here. He had taken here with Caruana. Okay, so all good. Take D3, Bishop G7, A4, Knight F6, castles, A5, H3, Knight D7, Knight A3, castles, Queen E1, E5. Okay, all good. Knight C4, he played B6. Rahul says, Sagar, please repeat the scholarship point you were discussing. I missed it. So the point is, in the description, today I haven't pinned the message. I should pin it. In the description, you will find two links. It's called FTX Crypto app, and there you can download your crypto key. And what FTX Crypto has done along with Pragnananda and Help Chess is that there's an FTX Crypto scholarship of $2,000 $2,000, 1,50,000 rupees. So that amount will be given to a student who is in need of funds, and for that they need more people to sign up. So that is why and also when you sign up, you are also benefited through it, because there is a free NFT that people can get along, and the benefits of that NFT are written in the so I've put it and I'll pin it. Okay, B3 played here. So he wants to put his bishop on B2 and develop it from there. Queen C7, all good. Knight H2, okay. I think bishop A6 looks good. Maybe we can then take it. Or rook E8 with the idea of knight F8, knight E6, knight D4. That's also a common idea. Bishop A6, okay. F4. F4 मार देंगे ना. Bishop open up हो जाएगा. Oh, then he'll take with the bishop and attack our queen. And also he's planning to play F5 if we don't do anything. So I have to be careful. Dicey move, huh? EF. I guess rook F5. Bishop B2. Take on C4. Pawn takes. Okay, this is looking scary now because there's a lot of pressure on E5. If I take here, he might take. And then if he gives a check, let's say he takes, and gives a check, I have rook F7 back. So that looks okay. But actually, check came first with the queen. Okay. Rook F7 had to be played. Could Gukesh have gone king H8 here? Maybe he was afraid of what? Take rook a d1. But Shri Gautam Joysula, they do not have the NFT is free, so they can get it and they can use it to play different tournaments, and it's like an entry pass. So rook, but this didn't happen. I think he played rook f7. Take, take, okay, d1, but now knight f8. Even knight f6. Oh, trading the queens. I think Gukesh should be fine here. He's a pawn up. He can take the queen. I think Gukesh blundered something. He's completely okay. F3. D8. Ooh. Now under pressure for sure. Yeah. Somehow he managed to beat him. But kudos to Kobalia for actually beating him, yeah, from such a position. Okay. Let's see if the games have started. Already? Not yet. Pragg versus Liem. First game has ended in a draw. Even saying Vidit is playing. Let's quickly check his game, where he is. FIDE, Opferspiel, Fisher Random, Arena. Cha. Evil Genius. And there we have Vidit playing. He's playing with the black pieces. Who check? Is he mated or what? King c7. Oh, there are moves already made. Oh, he's winning. He's winning. Oh, there's no increment. Oh, he's going to lose on time. He has to make pre-moves, but it's almost impossible. Opponent has 30 seconds. He loses on time. He was winning, but there was no time. So what is the time control here? 3+0. Because right now, this is the standings. Vidit is still leading with 57 points. There are only 10 players playing or what? Ah no, there are 3,500 players playing. Baapre. What an event. Is he playing? Wow, so sharp. Wins the pawn. Pragg game started? Okay, awesome. Pragg drinking water. Okay, so d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight c3, dc4. The Vienna, e4, bishop b4, bishop c4, knight e4. Oh, this line is very dangerous. Castles generally, yeah, this is played, takes, and now you don't take this because of rook b1, knight e5, rook b3, rook g3. It's a big attack, so you must go back. And I think the main line here has been knight e5, but Pragg plays this move queen c2. I don't know if this is a new idea. Castles, rook e1, knight d7, bishop d3, and Pragg is really ahead on time. Guys, I've finished my dinner, so thank you so much for bearing with me, and now they'll be uninterrupted. Ah, okay. Bishop to d3. There's tuck sound of with its game that's going on in the background. He won. जाएंगे. We'll see his. It's a 1 hour long arena, so by the time this game ends, that would be coming to an end. Okay, queen h6, queen e2. So what is Pragg's idea here? Yeah, queen e4 is the idea, and the idea is to checkmate him. Pragg's preparation is epic, huh? He has new ideas everywhere. You know, I think of opening preparation a lot like as if you are a Santa Claus going to on the Christmas Eve with a sack full of goodies, and you have to prepare well. You have to have small gifts, you have to have big gifts, you have to have gifts for little kids, big ones, all of it. And same way, when a chess player comes to a tournament, he has to be like a Santa Claus. Like, he needs to have small ideas in this opening, big idea in some main line, small idea here, there, everywhere. And Pragg actually has ideas everywhere. And that shows the amount of effort he puts in to his chess, because it requires a lot of time, energy. It also requires maybe some partners who are all, because you can't always think creatively. You need people in your team to help you. So RB Ramesh helps him, and so on. डूडा कार्लसन 0-1 बोल रहे लोग, बट कार्लसन तो लॉस्ट दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे. Did Carlsen win? Was Carlsen white? Maybe you guys have to check, huh? I think it's right. So this was a cool move. Queen e4. And of course, Liem had knight f6 prepared, hitting the queen and defending h7, and then queen h4. And now, guys, this is a very deadly position. You can see Liem is visibly worried. You can look at him. So just as an example, let's say if Liem tries to play b6, he wants to put his bishop on b7. What would you play here as white to play? Come on. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, guys. This is why this position is so dangerous. Bishop takes h6 is coming, and it is going to be such a big attack here. After bishop takes h6, gh6, and queen takes h6. Now there is a mate threat here if the knight is removed. So let's say if you go bishop b7, I can put my rook up, swing it over, and it's a checkmate. So all the people who have said bishop h6, Shubham, Aditya, Bhavan, Abhinav, World of Wit, Preeti, Akash, Captain, Swastik, and Soup. Well done, guys. So queen h4 played in the game, and now Yash Jain says that I want to learn. I work very hard. Okay, I'll show you something very interesting today, guys, that I've been working on. And maybe that is something that you guys can look at it. So, firstly, after queen h4, Quang Liem is very worried about this. So he must move his knight away because then the queen is attacked. And he's okay with a draw, if knight here or even f5. So Pragg is not going to come there. Pragg is going to play queen g3, looking here and threatening to take here. Now what's the next natural move in the position? I think king h8 looks good. Stopping bishop takes h6. And maybe then this is perhaps under pressure, but you don't really worry about those things with white. You just go knight e5, put your pieces on good squares. Maybe the bishop will sacrifice itself. Who knows? Perhaps the rook will be lifted up like this. So it looks like a very promising position. And guys, just explore this kind of idea here, queen c2. And just to show you and prove that this opening is something. Let me just take you here to the reference and show you. So d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight c3, dc4, e4, bishop b4, bishop c4, knight e4, castles, knight c3, bc3. You have 463 games, bishop e7. And now you will see knight e5 has 255 games, queen e2 has 45 games, rook e1, but queen c2 has only 7 games. And look who has played there. Hushenbeth, Topalov, Nisipianu, Akobian. So many people. So castles, rook e1, knight d7, bd3, h6, queen e2. This has been played before in Hushenbeth versus Lisi. Queen c5, queen e4 is now new position. Okay, awesome. So we now have a better idea of what was happening there. And now after the current position, that happened. Liem is a very good defender. He goes knight d5, queen g3, and bishop d6. He doesn't play king h8. And now, of course, Pragg puts his knight on e5. And he's still threatening to take here. Kaustup says, since the bar shows equal, does black have any chances to attack? No, it shows equal because black has an extra pawn and white is trying to get an attack. So here, if it is kind of in balance, so if black will thwart white's attack, most likely what will happen is white will get his pawn back. That is why it's equal. It will all equalize in the end. But it's a very imbalanced position, so anything can go wrong. Now guys, you have your bishop here, beautiful. Okay, you have your knight well placed, queen well placed, also bishop looking here. How do you play next? What would be your move as an attacking player? Think as an attacking player, don't think as a positional player. How can you attack better? How can you attack more in the position? Yes, so the move that has been mentioned here is rook e4. Wow, what a aggressive chat I have. Guys, you are not just aggressive in your words, but also in your moves, which I like. So stay aggressive in your move, but not in your words. Shubham, Namit, World of Wit, Incognito, Amritanshu, Random Number, PL Kanti, Aditya, Ishprit, and Prahadish. Well done, guys. Awesome job. That was just a joke, but rook e4 is such a nice move. And Pragg actually plays it. No, he hasn't played it. Because then, let's say if he takes a pawn here, then rook h4. And then your bishop is once again threatening, rook takes h6 in the air. This can get very dangerous. Guys, Tanish Chauhan says, please increase your volume. My phone has bad speakers. Shashank says, in their broadcast yesterday, Leko said Pragg Ramesh combo is incredible. The opening ideas, the human touch, the chemistry is exactly what is expected from the coach. I agree. I think one of the things which Ramesh does amazingly well is in the break, he tells Pragnananda what he needs. And it's very difficult because it's more like the car in Formula 1 coming to a pit stop. You have to put back the tires and everything, but at the same, he takes on c5 here. But at the same time, you have to do it in a limited time, and you have to make sure that you don't do it in a bad way, that it malfunctions. So even in this, Ramesh has to give advice which is just good enough, good moves, can't give a bad move suggestion because then he will lose, but does not have to overload him with too much. He has to do it quickly. So all this is very difficult. So here, rook d8 played. Okay, I want to go c4 and I want to go bishop b2. I want to attack this way. पर यार प्रॉब्लम ऐसा है ना कि अगर मैं c4 करूंगा ना तो नाइट यहां आके मेरा बिशप पे अटैक, लाइक देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ अटैक देयर. So I think Pragg, although he's recovered his pawn, like, Liem could have taken on c5 as well. But that he did not like because it unpins the bishop. Knight g4. And then there is trouble here. So that's the reason why he took on e5. He's like, ये knight को निकालते हैं board पे से. And now rook d8. So that's a very, again, you can see that defensive move was not at all easy. And Quang Liem, by the way, for all those who are not aware, is a very, very strong player and has been a former world blitz champion. Not even like a very good blitz player or something. He's been the world champion in blitz. And I think one of his expertise is defense. Very good at defense. And he's from Vietnam, but now I don't know if he lives in Vietnam or the US, because he was in US for his education. Let's also get some other players on the screen. Let's have a look at the game of Anish versus Levon. What is happening there? Anish versus Levon Aronian. Whoa. On first look, it seems like Levon's knight is terrible here outside, but Levon wants to checkmate him with these pieces. I don't think it's going to be successful. Sun Tzu says, congrats to Arjun on becoming India number 4. Time for Pragg Nihal to catch up to Gukesh and Arjun. So Arjun won both. No, today there was only one round at Abu Dhabi Open. So he's, I think, maybe moved to 2-7-1-3 or something, 2-7-1-2 or 1-3. And I think Vidit was 2-7-1-1. So now Arjun is India number 4, which is amazing. So it means that we have Anand, Gukesh, Harikrishna, Arjun, Vidit, 5 players above 2700, which is epic. And maybe by the year end, we could have even more players joining in that list. Right now, Anish looking good in the game. What about Magnus? Has he been able to create some kind of a position that he can make a comeback? There you have Magnus Carlsen on your screen. Magnus in tough position. Oh my god. You know, guys, look at how Magnus played this game. Okay? Magnus played Rui Lopez and G4. He played G4. And then he played knight e3, rook g1. So he just went all out. Okay, full attack. Why bishop g5? And he got a decent position. But then g5. He simply blundered this move. Why is this a blunder, guys? Can you tell me? Why is this a blunder? Yeah, it's just a... Magnus might lose both his games, guys, today. And if Magnus loses today to Duda, which will be 2-0, then Pragg, if he beats Liem, has an excellent chance of winning this tournament. So very important actually from the tournament situation. And guys, you all are right. Those who have said bishop f5, very good. Alok Raj, World of Wit, Abhinav, Prashant, Mahish, Ashita, Nilesh, Priti, Yogita, Sharan. And the point is, if you take, now it's just e4. He missed this. I mean, I don't know what he missed. He just simply, now his king is going to get roasted in the center. Takes, king f1. Queen d5, good move. The rook is coming in from the other side. G takes f6, G takes f6. And even if you go like bishop c3 to attack here, I'm not going to trade queens or something. I'll just play queen takes f5. I'll defend. I'll put pressure here. Bring my rook here. Looks very good. Meanwhile, in the game of Pragnananda, the moves that have happened were, after rook d8, he played bishop d2, defending his pawn. Knight e7, attacking here and here. So careful, because threat could be to take and take this. Went rook e1, defending his rook. Bishop d7 played. Guys, the position might look equal, but there is a lot of things that are happening here and anything is possible. So first thing which I think could be very dangerous is c4 and bishop c3, attacking this way. That could lead to a big attack. Abhishek Sahare says, do you think Pragg can win against Magnus in round 7? Maza aega. That is what we will all wait for. And by the way, on Sunday, sorry, that is on Sunday, right? हाँ, Sunday को है last round. We will have from tomorrow. We are also having someone traveling from Chessbase India to the venue. His name is Harshil, and they are traveling to the venue in Miami to cover the event. And so there will be some interesting things that will come up. And Harshil and Ayushi, and also uh, on Sunday, our commentary will start at 9, not at 9:30, because at 9 we are going to do a short interview with the Olympic gold champions. Any guesses who are going to come on our stream? No, Uzbekistan team, we have already done the interview. Yes, Muzichuk sisters, Anna and Maria, will be here for the interview, and then we'll do an interview with them, and then we'll start our commentary with Pragg and Magnus. So it'll be a very nice one. Krishna Srinivas says Rook h5 and Bishop h6. Do you think that's a threat? That's a good idea, Krishna, but he's gone c4. I like actually your plan. The only problem is that you're misplacing your pieces a bit. And while this is definitely a threat, the problem is that black can play, let's say, bishop c6. And if you take here, you have actually put in a lot of time, and you sort of put your pieces, while black pieces are very well placed. And so here, black to play and win. Can you find the very nice move that black has at his disposal here? Yes. Rook takes d3. Fantastic job done by all of you. Excellent. Rook takes d3. And Superior Ninja, Ethereus, Noob, Kavya, Gajera, Jagmohan, Shashank, Prahadish, Pawan, Rohit Singh, Aditya, and Shivam Agarwal. So if you take here, then I'll take your. Then you have no longer a pin here. And if you take my queen, I'll take your queen. If you take my rook, I'll take your rook. And in the end, you will be a piece down. So that does not work. So that's why Pragg goes for c4, and now knight f5 on the board. Okay, here's a feeling. But first of all, the queen is attacked, so you cannot develop your bishop here. So a very natural move would be to take. And now if black got the chance to play bishop e6, I think he would be happy. I think a very natural move would be bishop c3 here. But then black would play queen g5. So yeah, this is looking a bit scary for Pragg, because okay, first take, and because black is kind of coming in after bishop c3 here to g5, you can try and stop it with h4. But then I thought bishop e6 would be very strong. But after bishop e6, you have bishop c3. And this, guys, this is something which you have learned already. What am I going to say? Can anyone tell me what have you learned here? Let's see how many of you can. डिस्को तो है, एलपीडीओ भी है, बट आई वांट अ थीम. Let me see who's going to write it. properly. Yes, Vatsal Makol. Opposite bishops, the side with who has an attack and the initiative. It's better. Yes, Samvit Kane, who says positions with opposite colored bishops favor the side with initiative. Samvit, well said, well said. So here you will see that because white has the more aggressive position, the opposite colored bishops favor him. So this bishop will never interfere with this bishop. And so this has happened, and now white to play. I think Pragg may be able to find h4, but it's a very tough move. It's actually very difficult to think. It requires high level of prophylactic thinking. You have to first see bishop c3, which is the most natural move, and then ask yourself, what is my opponent going to do here? Then you have to see, oh, he may go queen g5 when I'm not able to get any advantage, because if I move my queen away, then bishop c6, and then you come to this move h4, and you need to believe in yourself to play that. And Pragg, instead of h4, he goes f4. Okay, interesting. He's like, I'll protect it. Nice. Actually, this is a nice, better idea, yeah. But it just weakens the king a bit from this diagonal. So he must remain careful. By the way, guys, all those who are in Mumbai, please do think about coming to the Chessbase India club tomorrow. I'll be there and it'll be good fun if you're in Mumbai. It'll be at 5 o'clock at the Phoenix Market City. Nikhil Gonzalez, thank you so much for becoming pillar of Indian chess. 5 o'clock. Shashank says, but there's no dark squared bishop to get to this diagonal. But there is a queen. And also, oops, sorry, there is this second rank, which has also become a little weak. Okay, but king h7 played here by Liem, and I think I understand what he wants. He wants that after bishop c3 to play queen g6. And when you take, he doesn't have to take with the pawn, which allows rook e7, but to take with the king. And this is an important point here. So bishop c3, queen g6 has happened. So what a nice move, king h7, yeah, by Liem. Very nice. Bishop c3, queen g6. Now I don't think Pragg will not exchange, I think. He must, oh, look at this line. But guys, ye khela, theek hai? Now, let's say you play here, okay? And now there is a classy move for white. Can you find it? White to play. But tactically sharp, guys. Be tactically sharp. And the right move here given by a lot of you, but not the right one. Only people who have given it right. I'm going to read who are given the notation right. Rook 1 e6. Darsh, World of Wit, Vignesh, Shashank, Jayant, Nikhil, Harshal, Siddhant, Priyangshu, and we love you, Anish. Because you see, if you write rook e6, I don't know if you're saying this rook or this. When you write rook 1 e6, I know which rook you're saying. Take, and then rook g7 loses the queen. And if you play here, 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 then I can take king h8, and now it's like a windmill sort of a thing. I can go check, king here, check, king here, and maybe take here, but I can also just improve my position. And if you go rook here, I'll play bishop up here, then take this, and I'm better. Meanwhile, Duda has given a check, and guys, you can look at Magnus Carlsen here. He is definitely unhappy. He's going to resign this game very soon, it seems to me, because now he cannot move his king away. This is hanging. If he goes to d2, there's bishop f4. If he goes to e1, there is rook e8 because the queen defends it. And in all aspects, he is losing. And I think he resigns there. Duda with the second win against Magnus Carlsen. And Magnus, who's been in good form, look at him there. He did this. He, who has been in a very good form in this tournament, is now getting completely demolished in this match. 2-0 down. By the way, Pragg took on g6, king g6, and played rook e7. I think this one, I don't see Pragg being able to win this. Also here, there's no mate. Take, rook g7, king h5. The king is pretty safe here. So I don't think Pragg's gonna sack there. Also possible is bishop c6. That's a better square for the bishop, where it defends this. And then Pragg could go up to attack here. And that can become dangerous, huh? This one. So actually Pragg, with this move, like rook e7, wants the other rook to come. So the attack is still going. Abhijit Tathagat, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. Guys, look at this. Let's say bishop c6, rook e3, check, king f2. And now you have to find rook c1. And then after rook g3, you have to play king h7, h5. And this is risky, no? Like take here, your bishop is protected. So all in all, it seems like Quang Liem has to play carefully. Meanwhile, Alireza Firouzja has won his game. Against Hans Niemann. Completely won it. Through g1. So Niemann lost. So let's go back to the game of Pragnananda and Quang Liem and try to figure out. Just speaks for itself. Huh? Yeah, I think Manasvi Mishra, you are right. If Pragg wins today and Magnus might lose now, firstly, half a point is needed, right, for Duda to beat Magnus. But out of 2 games, it should be doable. But matches between Duda and Magnus have always been very topsy-turvy. So we cannot rule out the possibility of Magnus scoring both the wins. But even if he scores both the wins, bishop e6. Now, this is a very smart move, because somewhere he realized bishop c6 was very risky. Firstly, this is hanging. But can we start rook e3? And the point is that let's say you don't have a way to deal with this move. So let's say if you go bishop c4, rook g3, king h5, you have to be comfortable with your king on h5. So I think Pragg, after rook e3, he has 2 minutes 22 seconds. Liem has 1 minute 30 seconds. Yeah, rook e3 on the board, guys. Rook e3 is on the board. Pragnananda is going in for the kill here with his 2 rooks and a bishop. And now, let's say if you take on c4 or you start with rook d1. He takes rook d1 check, king f2 and bishop c4. Okay, rook g3 now. This is getting into a attacking kind of a war zone because he's attacking him. Someone said, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Very kind of you. King h5. And now if we take here, check, king g3, rook d8 with the idea of check, can get dangerous. You see, his king is safe here because there's no attack on the light squares you can put and there's no check. So, has to be careful. Check, king here. And I think Pragg might draw the game now. Check, 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 check. And it would be wise actually to draw. Because otherwise he might even run a risk of getting into a very difficult position. But you know, it's tempting to take this pawn with the king on h5. You can very well think that, oh, I'll be able to checkmate him somehow. But somehow it's not possible. So maybe check, king here, check, king here, and it's a draw. Perhaps that might be the best. You can see there Pragnananda thinking from his face. Do you gather whether he will hold, whether he will draw? Oh, he takes on g7. Draw is something which Pragg does not really want in chess. He wants to fight, but this time I think Liem might get the better of him with rook f1, king g3. First you have to push the rook away. Push the rook king away, block these pawns so that there are no attacks, and then bring your rook. Now, who's attacking more? But Liem has only 1 minute to figure out this thing, that he must do that. If he does anything incorrectly, his king is not like ultra safe. Like for example, if he starts with rook d1, it's over after g4. So after take, there is rook e5 and the rook here, it's going to be checkmated this way. So that's the reason why, very good. You can see Liem showing his class, king g3 and now bringing the rook. So that there is no g4 check. The king is blocking the pawn. And now Pragnananda is definitely worried about his position because rook d3 check is actually a checkmate for him. It's not even just a check. It's a checkmate. So the only move is to come back. He plays it. He plays rook e3. Good move by Pragnananda under pressure. Very precarious situation here for both sides. It does seem that the black king is more weak, but it's also very safe on h5. Rook d1 played here, threatening rook d3 to exchange. Oh, look at this concept, guys. h3, rook d3, and now king h2. If you take the rook, I have g4 mate. Boom. Wow, is Pragg going to play h3? That would be crazy. Crazy. But it's not a forced mate. Of course, if he blunders with rook d3, it's a lost position. But he can come with the other rook. This rook here. But this is such a cool concept. When you come here, just move it so that there's still a check here. So what is the way in which this works? King h2. If you take here, it's a mate again with g4 and bishop f6. Pragg plays king f2 here. Okay. He didn't play h3. Thank you so much, Gaurav Garg, for becoming pillar of Indian chess. So now after king f2, he didn't play this idea. Where does black? Oh, black goes rook d3. And now, guys, this can end in a mate. Now if I take, that's possible, but rook e5, what a move. Now if you take the bishop, it's a mate, g3 and a checkmate there, right there. So you can't do that, you have to go rook d5. Both players putting a lot of pressure. What a game of blitz, what a game of rapid this is. Very nice game, very good quality. Also, let's say if you go rook d5, is g4 possible now? It is possible, but the black king is surviving somehow. Quang Liem, look at him there, under some pressure for sure, and Pragg, look at his focus. Amazing. Just completely into it. Rook d5, good move. g4 happens on the board. King on h4. Is there any way we can continue here the attack? If only we could have given some check to the king. Rook e3 played. This time Pragnananda may be stretching it a bit too far. fg4, and it seems like he has missed that bishop f6 check. King h5, and the king is very safe here. He has simply missed it, and I think Liem can play it and win this game. After FTX g4, I don't know what Pragg had on his mind. He takes it, and I think Pragg has made a big error. Check king h5, and what's your plan, Pragg? This time it's gone, because now rook d2 check is coming up. a2, h2, all sorts of pawns are weak. There's no way to give a check here. I think he just hallucinated. Something happened there, and Pragnananda just, now rook e5, just take it. Take, rook d2 check. Oof. Yeah, this is gone. Liem is like, now this is easy. This is easy stuff for me, because the king is safe, pawns are safe. I'm already a pawn up. Now I get the second pawn. 2 pawns. This is the second round, guys. Second round. g8. And this time I have no real hopes from this position, because it is lost. I don't think Pragg can fight back here. But also I think Pragg at some point could have taken a draw, but his fighting spirit is so high. His fighting spirit is so high, he always wants to continue to play. Like over here, when his opponent took here, he could have given a check, and drawn the game. Yeah, today has been a tough day for Pragg and Magnus, both the leaders actually. And now, I mean, if Liem wins this, then Pragg has to strike back in the remaining 2 games. It's not going to be easy against Quang Liem. Yeah. Salman, you are right. He had very little time there. So, of course, time pressure played a role. But Pragg usually is able to trick his opponents under time pressure, when both players are under pressure. But this time it went the other way. So, that again shows Liem is very, very strong. There you see Pragnananda sitting back in his chair and just thinking about what is it that he did wrong. Maybe he might resign here also, but no, maybe. He can continue, yeah. Why to resign? King h2. I mean, let's play on. Bishop d5 looks good. H3 check. King g1. Rook check. King f2. Still some fight. Yeah, bottle is out. I mean, bottle comes out whenever the result is decided. Here, Pragg knows he's going to lose. Actually, whenever Pragg drinks water, it reminds me also to drink water. So, no commentating on Pragg's games. One never. Oh, now G2 over, no, because Rook F1 coming. Yeah, resigns there. Pragg resigns. He's unhappy with what has just transpired. Quang Liem, very calm, does not emote much, and he has taken the lead 1.5 in the match against Pragnananda. It's a big result there. And let's quickly check the game of Anish versus. Oh, Anish Giri winning here. But guys, tricky position with the two rooks and the queen here. Levon has to do something. It's his move. If he takes here, it's a mate. So he can't take. But if he can't take, he's a piece down. But you know, in such a position, it's not easy. It's not easy to play. Queen b5 check. King g1. Rook b2. Oh. But now knight h4. Or knight. I mean, I want to go knight e7, but check and you might lose the knight. So let's not go there. Knight f8 check is also possible. It's over. Anish goes knight f4 check. King h1. Or could we go rook queen e3? Yeah, he plays it. Now threatening a check here. Ooh, gets risky. Rook e2, rook e2. Let's play rook e2. Any check, king g2. Safe. That he's going to do. He's not going to let this go. Anish is 19 seconds. He's going to win this for sure. Rook e2. King g2. King g2, rook b1 is to be careful, yeah. Threatening here. So there's definitely some pressure for Anish, but maybe here, queen f3, protecting here, queen g1, king h3, and it's all safe. This he must find. What did he lose on time? Did Anish Giri lose on time by any chance? His move has not been updated somehow. Ah, he played it. He played it. It happened. King h2, rook b1, rook b1, queen f3, rook b3, queen f2, rook b1, threatening a mate once again, but queen g2, good move. Yeah, now I think it's all over. And now he can just comfortably push the pawn. There's nothing else. g5, knight d5. Push. Defended. Push, 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 push. King g7, push. Anish being 100% sure before making his move. What should he play? You can look at Levon Aronian there. so worried about his position. But Anish needs to take care of his time. Huh? Think too much. Oh, he took the pawn on c7. Queen g4, 98. Ah, he's going knight f6. Check with the queen. Game over, no? Check king here. Check. Take, take, e6, king f7, e7. AB Junior, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That's very kind. Today we have had 15 memberships gifted. It's amazing. And Anish Giri wins his game there. And what a round we have had with 4 decisive games. Firstly, let's just update the scores here so that you know what has happened. Pragnananda losing to Quang Liem. So Quang Liem leading 1.5 half. Neiman losing his game to Firuja. So he's behind 1.5 to 1.5. Duda beating Magnus second game in a row, 2-0 up. And Levon Aronian and Anish Giri, Anish winning the game and now leading 1.5 half. What a round we have had. So before this round, next round begins, let's have a look at what is happening in the arena, which is only 6 minutes left, where Vidit is playing. And in this arena, we can see that Vidit has 84 points, and so does his another player, GM Sparta. Who is GM Sparta? We don't know. But let's look at Vidit's game. Here, 6 minutes left in this. Oh, Nightbot is fully attacking the people who are writing claim, claim, claim. I think that's what it is doing. So here I think Vidit is in some trouble, huh? Because his knight is pinned. But he can defend it with knight e6. Rook e8. Now what about rook g1? He wants to play knight f3. That's his plan. Queen g3 makes a lot of sense. Rook g1. Oh, he's losing a piece. No! Ah, okay, check. Missed that. Check was there. And I think Vidit might lose. Oh, he resigns. He resigns and he's going to play the next game very soon. I think Vidit losing 3 games in a row there. That's why he was on 84, but now Sparta has taken over. Who is GM Sparta? Guys, any idea? GM Craze has berserked, so has Vidit. Both of them now getting half. Sam Savian. Acha, thank you. Sam Savian and GM Craze. Does anyone know who is GM Craze? Sparta is Sam Savian, who might win this event. There are only 4 minutes left. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. It's not enough time to even win this game. Maybe one game he can win. Then he has to hope that Sam Savian loses that game. Max Illingworth is GM Craze. Okay. I like with its position, by the way. Here with his two knights beautifully positioned. Knight e2, good move. Takes b5. Queen b6. Ooh. 3, knight g4. Man, look at that. How the black pieces are rolling into the board. h3, h3. Even h3 could have been played, no? Oh, takes the pawn. Okay, white looking quite good, although black has an extra pawn. Look at with its time. He has only 29 seconds. White is playing super fast. Queen c1. Oh, h4 is hanging. Now the king can come out. Losing. This is lost. See any defense. Take on g6. Oh. Game over. Mate. And there, I think we'll have GM Sparta who will win this. I think it's very important to finish strong in such events and not at all easy. So much pressure. And I think with it had 4 losses at the end. Yeah. What is this actually event? FIDE Opfer Spill Fisher Acha. World Fisher Championship tournament is coming, no? With Wesley So as the world champion. So maybe there are qualifiers. Wow. Easy. No, I don't think the tournament is over. And has been won. Oh, there's one more game. But now there's no, yeah, like it's over. More red 5. By the way, guys, there's one small thing which I wanted you guys to check out. So if you remember a few days ago, I had mentioned that we had launched Chess Ranga, and the link to it is this academy.chessbase.in. And if you guys haven't signed up to it, it's a completely free website. Please do check it out. Please do give, I think, some of the feedback. We are working on it. This is the beta version, but every day in fresh from the oven section, if you go in August, this August month going on, I am updating some of the games of which I make videos on, where you can actually try and solve. So for example, let's say Gukesh played a good game. So you can actually go here and you can click and you can solve it. So here is the first question. Black's last move b6 wasn't the best. How would you continue as white here? So what is the move that you would play as white? Suryang Singh's interface should be improved. Suryang Singh, it's pretty decent one, at least for a beta testing, and it will improve as the time goes on. So the move that you all are suggesting is c6, and so you play c6. Let's say some of you have mentioned f4 here. So if I play the move f4, it will have a different thing that will happen. Let's say f4. It says there is a better move. And if you go c6, it says tremendous move. It seems like white is underdeveloped, and to play this move is not a good idea. But Gukesh, just like you, has calculated it very well. So this is one way of working on it. And now what should you do next? It's time to show your actual idea behind the move. Why did you play c6? White to play. So yes, Sukesh Kulkarni, just do it. Manoj Mishra. Knight e2 with the idea of putting. This is the correct move. The knight coming to d4 where it will very staunchly defend the. So when I close this, the answer will come here below. You can read it and you can see the knight is coming here to defend the pawn on c6. So that's the point here. And you can also go here and click on video. Instead of just clicking here, which opens this, you can actually click on video and it opens it this way. So then let's say here, this is the next question. You can see there are all these marks below at the bar. So would come and start the lesson. Position. So that doesn't look good. But what is the problem to knight e6 is the question. So now you play knight f5, rook takes c6, and white to play. What should white play here? What should white play here, according to you guys? White to play. It's a beautiful game. So when you make a move here, knight at 6, and it says, did you really find that? It's a brilliant strike with the key point being very nice moment. G at 6, bishop at 7 mate. So this is what it is. And I think the game between Pragg and Liem has begun. So let's go to it. And you can all please try it out. Give us feedback for it. We would be very, very happy and glad. We are working on improving the website. So please do check it out. And I'll put the link in the description if you guys would like to use it. I'll put it in the chat. And you can sign up for free and it'll improve. Keep on improving. So please do check it out. Okay, so going to Pragnananda's game here. Pragg now is black in this game, and Liem will now try to, nurture his lead in the match. So it opens with d4 and d5 by Pragg. Knight f3. He doesn't go c4 because he doesn't want to play qga instantly. Knight f6, c4, dc, e3, e6, bishop c4, c5, castles. c5, knight c6, rook e1, a6, h3. Yes, Abhinav Kumar, you can give us a feedback at chessbaseindia@gmail.com or support at chessranga.in. Sorry, chessranga@chessbase.in. Chessranga@chessbase.in or chessbaseindia@gmail.com. No, the website is completely free and every day new things are added, new things. If someone wants to learn chess also, it's there. So it's a very, I think, just like how our YouTube channel grew step by step, and has become big. This will also step by step, we will try to make it bigger, add value so that people can learn, maybe have lessons there from top players and so on. The link of the site is, I'll put it in the description so that people can just, it's the first link in the description. So please do check it out. Put it there in the description. Okay, so after knight c6, rook e1, a6, h3. Actually, Liem playing this opening very, very softly, it seems. And I think, sorry, I think this vibration is really irritating, yeah, for you guys. Now it won't happen. Okay, so bishop e7, and now he will castle, play bishop b7, and it's a very, very comfortable position against the IQP pawn because white has played very passively. Generally, this is not how you play, and I think Pragg should be very happy with the outcome of the opening. Smart Blind Watch says, "Bhai, why to invest time in already saturated chess lesson platform?" Because I feel like everyone has a different vision. When we started ChessBase India, it was already saturated even at that point to do something. So, I mean, there were websites which were making videos or doing live commentary or doing writing articles and so on. I think it's something that I truly believe in. I like it, and I think we can make something that can add value to the chess. Oh, Magnus. Let's have a look at Magnus, how he's doing. He's in a must-win scenario. And Duda is not going to let him win for sure. It's like Duda is full. Let's have Magnus on the screen and Duda as well. You see Magnus actually looking like he wants to win, you know. He's not looking down and out. He wants to play and beat his opponent. Oh, look at Duda. He just like takes, goes into this end game. But Magnus likes to play such end games, while Duda is not a big end game player. Okay, and we reach here. So this can get tricky, yeah, for Duda because this is a weakness. And if you play b4, then black has a very typical idea here to hit. Yes, yes. A5 is the correct move, hitting this structure and activating the rook bethe bethe. The rook is sitting in the corner but gets activated because of this. So, you know, these are some of the things which can happen in this position, and I really think that Duda must play carefully here against Magnus. You can see Magnus there looking very, very motivated. He wants to win because he's leading the tournament. It's like the tournament has gone well for him. By the way, here I like how Liem has taken a different shift to this position. Instead of playing something normal like bishop g5, knight c3, he goes a4. He's like, I'm going to attack this overextended queen side, and after b4, he goes bishop e3. And you know, when the pawn pushes to b4, one square has weakened in the position. Which square and where does this knight belong? On which square, guys? On which square does the knight belong here? Yes, absolutely right. The knight belongs on the c4 square, and that would be a very good square. And that's why this a4, So in the Queen's Gambit accepted, whenever you play this move a4, you are forcing him to push, because otherwise if he takes, then the a6 pawn could become weak eventually. So they push, and then this square becomes weak for the, and the knight can sit there. So bishop e3, bishop b7, knight d2, knight a5, stopping knight c4, rook c1, castles, knight e5, rook c8, and this is the position. One Aronian's video is very weird right now. So rook c8, knight d c4. Shorts wala says, please make me mod. Shorts wala, I don't think that by sending super chats I can make you a mod. So please, I'm happy to make someone the mod who adds positively to the channel, but not through super chats. Okay, ndc4 played in the position. Good move by white. And now Pragg might take it, but also he doesn't need to take it, because his opponent can take, he can take back with the queen. So maybe knight d5 is a nice move here. And just imagine position like this. I have a feeling that black is much more comfortable here in such a position, because his knight is well placed, the bishop is nicely positioned. It looks good. Meanwhile, I think Magnus has once again not played this so well. Not played this so well. Look at this, Duda. He goes g4. Orange Lava says, I would suggest changing the name to make it more accessible to the global audience. It is accessible. I mean, Chessranga is a nice name for global audience, no? Knight takes c5. G takes h5. And he plays b5. What if... What? Oh, he can't take with the rook because knight c8, free piece. And if you take here, then rook hg1 is already game over. And if you play g5, maybe b4. So he goes b5 and it's already looking very scary after bishop e2. Madhu says Duda seems to have Carlsen's number. Even FIDE World Cup last year, he beat him. Absolutely. He seems to be, And by the way, after b5, Duda goes b4. Remember, Duda just needs a draw and he's already slightly better. Okay, by the way, Pragg has taken on c4 and after bishop c4, he's plonked his knight to d5. Okay. Anish Srivastav's strength weaknesses of Arjun compared to other juniors. I think I've always considered Arjun to be a very universal player. Yeah, he has been very strong in that sense. By the way, Queen e2 played here, putting pressure here. And you know, as Sokolov said, he's very good at exploiting mistakes of his opponents. And he's very, I think he's tactically strong. Even when he gets to attack, he's right there. So I think in terms of a universal player, Arjun, I think, comes to mind. Ranjan K. Ranjit, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. Thank you so much. And you know, here he's attacked this. So I was thinking, can we go queen a5, putting pressure here and defending this? But it does misplace the queen a bit because it's kind of cramped there. So after bishop b3, white is doing okay. He goes queen d6, defending this way. And maybe the queen is pretty well placed there. Nice move by Pragg. And you know, you don't want to take this bishop and get a bishop pair because after fe3 kind of bolsters the center a bit. So Pragg is saying that, you know, I have, like, this is an isolated pawn, I want to keep it here, I'll play my queen to d6. Bishop d3 played. Jai Patel says, Sagar, at the end of the each section, can you add something to share on Twitter which says, I took 5 attempts to answer 4 puzzles and dare you try? Yeah, I think improving all these little things like how people can share, how more people can try, making it more interesting by theme wise, and all of this, we want to work on it. We want to make all of this available to people so that they can work on their chess and improve. And I'm going to spend a lot of time doing that. I'm going to have people in Chessbase India who will work on it. We also have built a studio here in our office. You see the new office I had posted. Maybe the video will post on YouTube, but I had posted on Instagram, where we want people to come and do some recordings and so on. So there are many ideas around it, and we hope that we can, you know, Im- give value to people. That's what that's what it's always about. um so rook c8, I think Pragnananda's move bishop f6 was not the best, because after takes, all of a sudden he didn't take with the rook, he took with the bishop. So my question to you is, what had Pragnananda missed here, white to play? Why can't he take with the rook? I think Pragg might have missed this. Yes. So the move here, and the very strong move, which many of you have spotted, is bishop takes h7. What a move! Because after king takes h7, queen h5 check, king g8, queen f7, king h7, and take on b7, and you are lost. So all those who were very alert here and found this move, bishop h7, Akarsh, just do it, Manan, Ranbir, Venkatraman, Mohit, Ali, Siddhant, Prasant, and Chakshu. Well done. So he had to take with the bishop, and now it's so turning out that Pragg might have a very bad position here, because after bd2 he goes knight e7. The reason is position looking, first of all, this is hanging, but let's say queen e4, threatening a checkmate, so g6, most likely the move. Then bishop h6, attacking the rook. Again, you want to carefully move here, because after queen f3, bishop hanging, and f7 also a little weak, so bishop g7 seems normal. And after take, it's just that if I had my bishop here, I think black was doing fantastically. But because this is all a little too exposed, so check, king g8, knight b6, and then bishop b7. And I think white is at least slightly better, at least. So something like this. Oh, he goes queen e4. Amazing play. If Liem manages to win this, the match is over, because he's already leading 1.5. Let's quickly check what's happening on other boards. Magnus Carlsen still worse, needs to win. A draw means the match is over. He's 2-0 down. Alireza Firuza is 1.5 up, but this position looks slightly difficult for him, because Hans Niemann has pushed all his pawns. I don't know if it is better for Hans, but it is looking promising, especially the move g5, because after take, maybe rook d3, and the rook swings over and can launch a very powerful attack. Anish Giri versus Levon Aronian. Anish has already won the last game and is also winning here, and a victory here might mean that it's over. So guys, it seems like today, just imagine this, okay? Pragnananda might beat Liem. Sorry, Liem might beat Pragnananda because he's better. That would be 2.5 match over. Duda would beat Carlsen very likely. He's 2-0 and he needs only a draw. So match over. Alireza Firuza, Hans Niemann. Okay, here maybe I think Hans found this nice move and he has good chances to win this. But in case Firuza beats him, that match is also over. And here Anish already has a huge advantage. So that match is over. Because he's 1.5 half up, it will be 2.5. So it seems like today it might all end in three games. G6 played by Pragg, now bishop h6. The level of accuracy that Quang Liem is showing is amazing actually here. So difficult to play against him. We can sleep early tonight. Oh, look at this. Hans Niemann finding all good moves here. Rook d3, Rook h3. I mean, I must say, like, let's look at Hans on the screen. The guy is a big fighter for sure. I mean, keeps fighting all the time. There we have him at the bottom of the screen. Meanwhile, Magnus Carlsen, is there any hope for him to save this position? Yeah, I don't think Magnus. I think Magnus has this check, but let's say Rook G1 check, King D2, and then the king will sit here. And once the two rooks reach here, it's all over. Oh, what a move here by Pragg goes knight f5, allowing queen a8, and now the bishop is attacked. But you can't move the bishop here; it will be taken. Defending it is tough, and if you go bishop d7, I'll take this pawn, and you can't take this because your queen is hanging, and once you take the queen, once again you can't take here because d7 is hanging. So bishop a4. Can we not take this? It's rook b8. I think Pragg in big trouble here, for sure. It has happened, by the way. Takes, and he will take here. Even if Pragg is able to hold this, then the last game he can try to press as white. But it seems very unlikely that he'll be able to hold it. And you know, guys, actually now I'm learning something new today. That this move h3 by Liem is just a provocation for Pragnananda to play b5. Because Pragg could have also played a b6 here. And it is quite possible to play this way. But b5 is just so tempting. And you go back and you play normally. But this move, when this move a4 comes, then I think b4 might not be the best idea. Maybe better is to perhaps take it. Because the moment you played b4, I think in this position, okay, somehow Pragg had a fine position. I mean, maybe his opening should not be condemned here. It's the middle game play with bishop f6 and missing this tricks like bishop h7, queen h5 ideas. So, it's difficult to say, but Liem definitely played something interesting. Oh, again finds the best move here, rook a1. I was thinking if Liem could find that move or not, but he has found it because now the bishop does not have a good square to go to, and if it goes back to e8, it's blocking the rook. Yes, Vrushank, I know that ba4 doesn't look good, but somehow after that c4 square weakness did look a little. Oh, guys, it's 12 o'clock, and today is the birthday of a very special chess player. Does anyone know who it is? Whose birthday it is on 20th of August? Nice. Sarthak Mahajan, very quick, huh? Yes. Today is the birthday of Tanya Sachdev. Maybe you can go and wish her on her Instagram, so on, she would be commentating, or maybe in the chess 24 chat where she's commentating. No. So take now bishop c6, ये मार सकते हैं क्या? मार दिया. Just asking, मार सकते हैं क्या? But he just beat it. Take rook b8, then there is bishop c3. Just today has been a tough day for sure. Tough day for Gukesh, tough day for Pragg, tough day for Magnus. Pragg, if he draws this, I'll dance on stream. आज तो मजा ही आएगा. But there's very little chance. I mean, the way in which Liem is playing today is too good. तो डांस तो वैसे भी किया ही है बहुत बार, बट ड्रॉ तो करना चाहिए. Why is it so bad, says Rajesh. Rajesh, there are two reasons why it's so bad. One is that white has two bishops. The second one is that this pawn is just a passer. It's just running down the board. And black has really no real counterplay. Like if you could get here, then put your knight here, try to attack here, could be, but you can't even get in with your rook. Yeah, Rakshank, you're right. Duda was completely out of form. Oh, by the way, Anish Giri has won. Anish Giri has won his game. Wow. Amazing. That's big news. So Anish has won today his match with Levon. Levon actually losing first to Magnus, then to Pragg, and now to Anish. Brutal event. What about Magnus Carlsen? Has he got some hopes? Ooh, some hopes. But draw is not enough. The position is equal. He's materially down. He's threatening this. Ali Reza Firuza getting the advantage back to himself. And which would mean that he might even win the game. So if I take, you take d2, here g6 with the idea of, yeah, that should be slightly better for black at least. I think today's round doesn't change so much because Pragg was leading, Magnus was leading, and now both of them lose. '97. Still, it's not just easy to push the pawn to a queening one, but if the time runs low, then Liem might be in trouble. But look at his time. He has 5 minutes 30 seconds. Partha Jyoti says, somehow I don't know, Liem Lay is my favorite because of his simplicity and calmness. Nice. I really like when the viewers of Chessbase India have favorites who are apart from the people whom you know or who are the best. Like, let's say Magnus is the best in the world, or Indian players, but then someone comes out and says, Mamed Yaro is my favorite, or someone says some other player is their favorite, who's not like an Indian player or Magnus, or that way, or who's not a streamer. And that really shows that a lot of people like different types of players overall. And I know that Duda, something happened there. Oh, they are calling bishop b4. I don't know what happened. Pragg's time is running. They're calling the arbiter there. Something's gone wrong. Alireza just looks back. Even Duda, they're calling. Maybe his computer. Pragg lost. It's given as a loss or what? I think he wanted to play his move. Something happened there. I think all players have now gotten disturbed a bit. Oh, everyone's game has sort of stopped, huh? Maybe the server, something went wrong in the server. Meanwhile, why is Duda so unhappy? Oh my god, Duda is losing. Magnus is back. Magnus is back. Something has gone wrong for sure. Alireza has also removed his headphones. Pragg has also removed his headphones. And Magnus is not looking up at all. Magnus like, I can beat my opponent. क्या हुआ क्या है दोस्तों? Internet gone. What? Internet gone. Connection went away. Restart match. अच्छा 5 मिनट से आप लोग बोल रहे थे डूडा ब्लंडर्ड. ओह आई थॉट डूडा ब्लंडर्ड इज एडवांटेज. h6. Ooh, he had to play and defend this pawn. He played this here. Oh my god. Like a huge check and mate. But guys, internet gone. Magnus Carlsen won. They are showing here. Here they are showing Liem won. Here also someone will win now. Maybe Hans will win or something like that. Restart. क्या करेंगे यार? Actually, this is a very tricky situation. What to do? Because understand the implication. The thing is that, let's say someone's lost on time. Okay. Now they can add back the time and start again, like start the same position. But if they start the same position, then look at Magnus. He's already calculated till the end. उसने तो पूरा गेम ही कैलकुलेट कर दिया क्योंकि he's got time. He's thought everything. Meanwhile, in all games, yeah, all the players have already calculated everything. So then if they restart the entire game, that would be kind of unfair to the players who are already winning. Games will restart from the same position. Like Magnus, if he had less time, he might have made an error, but with now this thought, he can already spot all the ideas, like when to go knight f4, when to go knight b4 and rook c2. And I can tell you guys that things can go wrong even in the biggest of events that are organized. So it's a little sad that it had to happen now when it was quite a critical moment, but it can happen anywhere at any point. I remember that when we had the death match, uh, there happened a situation where it was a threefold repetition claimed by Vidit, and then the arbiter said it's not. Then the game continued. Then Vidit lost that game, Anish won. And then Vidit came into the commentary room and said, it's a draw. Show me the moves. And we saw the moves again. And then it was threefold repetition. What players? I think Ali Reza got up from his chair. And then the arbiters were called, and it was tried to figure out what is the right result, and then a draw was given. And I think there's a lot of stress and tension, and I'm sure the organizers here are also going through that stress because they don't want to be unfair to the players. But what to do? Yeah, someone has to bear it. बारिश के कारण मैच रद्द हो गई. Internet speaking for us. Let's have a look at what's happening here to the players. सब लोग बैठे हैं, सबको पता नहीं है क्या कर रहा है, तो लोग अलग अलग स्टाइल में. Pragg is like, what to do? I hope that they restart game number 3. Liem is like, I'm so completely winning, what do I have to worry? I hope they don't restart the game. Ali Reza is to left. Duda is so sad. He's like, Arey, I was winning. What did I do? Now I'm losing. Magnus just Magnus the pura game. Next game also is calculated. All variations is calculated. Hans Niemann, I guess he's gone out somewhere. Jay More says, based on their 10th marks, they will announce a winner. Ranjan says, how without power backup, how do they organize? I don't know. I mean, power to hai na, dekho, lights are running. I guess it's some internet issue. So maybe they had taken some internet from some vendor, and that is temporarily down. What to do? You have to buy it from someone, and load shedding. Anish won. Anish is खुश है एकदम. अनिश ने जीत गया अपना मैच. They told power outage in Miami that caused internet down. अच्छा, हाँ तो power outage in Miami है. So it is the internet connection वाले का internet गया है. They must have backup. See, their power is on. Everything is going on. But the internet connector जो है in Miami, they didn't have a backup. So it's the internet connector वाले का issue, right? What do you think? वीडियो कैसे आ रहा है? हाँ, वो भी सवाल तो बराबर है। नहीं, बट वो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम्स से पता नहीं कैसे हो रहा है। पूरा कंफ्यूज्ड है सब लोग। व्हाट हैज नॉट वर्कड, वी डोंट नो। विवेक, क्लाउड फ्लेयर सिस्टम स्टेटस शोज सम ऑन। अरे बाप रे, क्लाउड फ्लेयर, यू रिमेंबर ऑनलाइन ओलंपियाड? सेम, it's similar to what happened during online Olympiad in 2020. Yeah. Actually, chess players, I can tell you, this is a very, very difficult situation. I remember there have been events where the lights have gone and everyone is kind of, वो एक अलग फीलिंग रहता है ना, क्योंकि वो लाइट गया, शिट क्या हो रहा है, एंड देन everyone's thinking also in their head about the moves, and then they're talking also and what to do and everything. It's a very tough situation to be in. Mood before board results. Like these video cams, they right now sort of make you feel like giving some kind of a thing where, it was, there are these memes like, this is me, this is my teacher, this is my father, no, this is my father thinking what I'm doing, this is audience thinking what I'm doing, something like that. You look at each one of them, feel like that kind. अली रेजा को तो नींद ही आ रहा है. Siddharth says, Sagar, in this scenario, who does the blame go to? Why does the buck stop? Who does the buck stop with? Organizer for being less prepared? नहीं, I think no matter how much you prepare, there are so many things that can go wrong in such an event. So I don't think that the organizer, I mean, at the end, if you have to blame someone, it could be the organizer, but it can go wrong. Look, Duda and Carlsen are playing क्या already? क्योंकि वो दोनों एक्सप्रेशन क्या ही दे रहे हैं, पर मुंह तो आ नहीं रहा है. Have they restarted? अरे, डूडा और कार्लसन का गेम चल रहा है दोस्तों. ये देखो, खेल रहे वो, बाकी किसी का नहीं चल रहा है. मैग्नस ने फटाफट खत्म ही कर दिया. रुक B7, रुक H ओ इधर चांस था रुके 1 करके. H7, नाइट B4 टेक्स चेक, किंग B4, खत्म खत्म खत्म. डूडा 9 सेकेंड्स, 8 7, खेलो खेलो खेलो, 4 सेकेंड. किंग D1, खत्म. Resigns. Magnus wins. 2-1 is the score. But Magnus blundered like first move after this. He had to play knight F4 with the idea of knight E2. But he blundered instantly. Vivek says either Cloudflare issues or Anish stepped on wires. We can call Anish and ask what happened there. He must be free. Knight B, because it's won already. Rook B4, check. Now they are all laughing. Ali Reza is laughing just. Quang, Liem and Pragg are not. No, this. So actually, for Duda, Magnus made the worst move after the time came back. Like Rook a1, and there was fight on after this. Rook h6, Rook a4. So while we might say that, oh, he got all the time to think, but the move he played was the poor move. Now only 2 games left. But Carlsen, if he manages to win the next one also and then beat Duda in tie breaks, that would be something. Oh, I want to hear Hans Niemann. What is he saying? He's doing something. Search Shukla. Anish stepped on wires. Anish giri ya gira. Oh, game started. Hans Niemann versus Firuzha. I think only Pragnananda's game has not started yet. Hans Niemann, who had won. अच्छा क्या हुआ? हाँ ये चल रहा है इधर. Oof. He has to find Rook d4 now if he wants to win. Ali Reza Firuja. Manit Mohapatra says okay पर आमने सामने बैठ के ऑनलाइन क्यों? Why not what? हाँ मनीत ये already discuss किया है ना. They are trying to make it into an esports, so they're playing on the computer. Actually, when their game started, Hans had it's an equal position. And Ali Reza was okay with a draw with 2-1 score going into the last round. But Hans was like, खेलेंगे, खेलेंगे. Oh, Rook d4, Rook e3, and Bishop e4. Oh, very tough. Ankit Chauhan, they are using you. Oh, nice move. Ali Reza finds it. Amazing. Hans Niemann has 3 minutes 30 seconds. Rook e3, Bishop e4. Pragg game started? No. Look at them, no, they are just thinking. चेस 24 का सर्वर डाउन है. अच्छा अभी नया है. क्लाउड फ्लेयर इश्यू है. चेस 24 का सर्वर डाउन है. इंटरनेट डाउन है. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डाउन है. क्या डाउन क्या है गाइस? व्हाट इज इट डाउन? व्हाट इज Hans wants to play Rook e1. नहीं Rook e1 को तो यही मार रहा है. कहाँ से खेलें? He wants to take and play Rook e1. So for example, let's say a5, then take and Rook e1, or first take take rook e1 where you can win. King f8 played by Firuza. Good move. जल्दी किधर सोने को मिलेगा आज? There is no guarantee. Oh, did they start? Pragnananda? Ah, they started. But Pragg is now all headphones and all removed. Let's see if some miracle in store for Pragg. Knight a4. Okay. Bishop e3 back. Bishop a7. Oh. Now b6, b7. Okay, coming in. Rook at b6. Pragg is now a piece down. Rook at b6, takes, rook a1, bishop e3. Yeah, he can resign. Yeah, Pragg resigns, Liem wins, and that means Pragg has lost today. But Magnus has not lost, which means that he has all the chance to still lead the tournament. Let's finish this round and then call it a night between Ali Reza. Oh, Hans Niemann is back after King f8, which was like better for him. Bishop g6, Rook d7. Queen d5 turned to be a mistake. Queen e6 was better. But yeah, Queen h4 found by Hans. Nice. He wants to go here and boom, he wants to sack. And now Ali Reza Firuza in trouble. Queen h8 and Rook f7 is coming in. It's over. Check. King here and take. So Hans Niemann would make a comeback now. May just win this. What happened? Yeah, he just took here. What? What? Did he blunder the queen? Hans Niemann just blundered the queen. What? 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 It was totally better. Bishop f5. Check. King here. He had to move his queen and his piece up. He took on d7 and he gave up a queen. ये 3 मैच खत्म हो गए. Hans Niemann lost to Firuza, Pragg lost to Quang Liem, and Levon Aronian lost to Anish. Only Magnus is fighting the last with Duda. तो वो देखने के लिए go to Tanya's stream where she's streaming. It's her birthday as well. Please do check it out and wish her a happy birthday. And guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Pragg versus Duda. That will be a big one because Duda might beat Magnus today and be in good form. Let's see what happens. But guys, this was a huge blunder by Niemann. And also today, Quang Liem played really well to beat Pragg. So guys, take care, and until then, see you. See you all tomorrow. Do like the stream and do subscribe so that we can move towards 1 million mark. Take care.